Well, hello!
I'm so
Oh, I
excited.
don't have my hat on. Where's my hat?
Can't forget that.
Say hi to everybody.
Hey.
Anybody jumping on yet?
Not yet. But it's
Okay,
okay. We're
good.
going to get some people. Hold on, everybody. He's getting his goods on.
Oh my God, my ears. Oh, well, I don't need them, I guess.
I love this for you.
Yeah, that's not going to happen either.
Oh my goodness, this is so great. We have one person.
Hello, everybody. I am blind as a bat. So, we're talking about, I'm deaf too because my ears are folded down.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that hilarious?
But it looks great on him, doesn't
So,
it?
my ears are folded down. I can't see who's on. Hi, Mom. Okay, so we're going to be talking about sequences.
Yep. And
Sequins.
sequin, and beads.
INS. And beading.
And beading.
But I'm wearing this because of the sequin. Why do I keep saying sequence? I can't hear myself.
It's I feel like it just rolls off the tongue easier than
It
sequin.
must. So more people will be jumping on soon. So I had to put this hat on because it is from the Detroit Parade Company.
It's great. It looks great on
Detroit Parade Company. But I had to put it on because of the sequins. I-N. Hi, Mom. And it's a hat made of sequins.
you. It's so cute.
See, I'm leaving the C out of sequins.
Yeah, boom. There we go.
There we
got
go.
it.
So now I got to take it off because not only is it tearing my ears to pieces, I cannot see a damn thing.
But everybody in the comments, let him know
Hey,
how
Steve.
great it looks on him. I
So,
love it.
I got to tell you, I have professional photos done by a professional photographer who came into the store, and one of the things that he needed some photos done for his final. So he took pictures of me and Jason, and I in this hat. Isn't that funny? So
It suits you so well. Took my breath away.
I'm wearing this, and as you see, I have beads on too. Who's this? Sorry, I'm looking up. So I'm wearing this because of the sequins, no C, and beading tonight.
Yep.
So I'm going to take this off now because I feel like I'm talking really loud.
Okay, that's fine.
Ugh.
It looked so cute though.
So we're going to be talking about the history of sequins as well. Hey, Sue. And now that I have my glasses on, I can see Carol Ann. Oh, Carol Ann. We were just talking about horror films, and now I just want to talk about Carol Ann. From Poltergeist.
Ooh, that is such a good movie.
Anyways, so we're talking about this. It does look like the hat from Alice in Wonderland, and you know there's a good chance that it may have been the parade float for Alice in Wonderland, maybe.
But look at this wonderful neck cover.
Yes, it is. It's very hot and very small, so you need a smaller head than mine. So we're going to be talking about beads and sequences, and there's so much.
So much.
So we're going to mainly focus on sequins. We're going to touch on beads. I'm wearing beads. We're going to touch on beads, but sequins we're going to have another. Hey, Nicole.
Just gonna bring this a little bit closer.
And Tom. So, see, these are all different sequences. And as we get a little fun thing about sequins.
Show that to you guys.
Do you see it? Do you see the shimmer, shimmer, shimmer? Right? So, the reason we're doing sequins and beading is because we had a customer ask us to look into sequins and beading and the history and what they're used for and stuff. And,
yeah.
And sequins, sequin, I added the C, sequins, actually tricked us a little bit.
Yep.
So one of the cool things that I had learned about sequins is up until the 1920s, when we had the Egyptian revival in the 1920s, because they stumbled upon Tutankhamun's tomb. The Egyptian god Tutankhamun, or leader, Tutankhamun, when we discovered his tomb in the 20s, up until then, the world thought sequins only lasted, why, thank you, Nicole. That's very nice of you to say. Hi, David. And so, a lot of people thought sequins was relatively new.
Yep. And they thought it was only for super valuable rich folks.
Right. And so, they didn't really know. They thought maybe sequins came out in the, 300 AD, maybe a little bit later than that. And then when they opened Tutankhamun's tomb and his sarcophagus in the 20s, he was completely covered in solid gold round sequins. So that changed how the world saw sequins.
Sequins, yep.
And they realized that sequins actually dated back
BC.
years. BC, Mesopotamia, who knows? Anyways, not as far as beading.
Yeah.
Beading started when fire started, or actually.
And how you said, like, they would use clay or some type of terracotta.
Oh, for the sequins.
For the beads.
Oh, for the beads,
Yeah,
yes.
and they would use some type of terracotta. But Jason also told me something, too, that I never really thought about. A bead can literally be anything.
It can be
as long as you
anything.
can put a hole through it.
Yeah. Because when I was doing the research on beading, one of the things that beading started back with the I just lost it, the cavemen.
Oh, yeah, because they use teeth.
Because they would drill holes through the teeth of the prey that they caught for food or in clothing, and they would wear it as jewelry and different garments. So beading actually was the very first accessory.
Yep, and it was also used as a form of currency.
It was used as a form of currency in different other countries. You know, different beads would different beads would be worth different things,
Yep.
different amounts. And so tribes in like Africa and South America, they didn't deal in currency whatsoever. The beads were their currency. The wood beads, the different types of beads that they had gotten. And I'm going to tell you, we don't have any of those here because those are worth a fortune. So let's get back to sequins.
So, is it okay if we jump to the 1930s?
Oh, of course, talk.
So I learned that in the 1930s that when they first really started bringing out the sequins, without the C, that they were used and colored in gelatin. Gelatin with lead paint. Let's not forget that. So they made the sequin out of the gelatin and then painted it with lead paint.
And I'm sure they were beautiful, but what was the biggest issue with those?
They kept melting on body heat because if you know anything about gelatin, it literally can start melting or get softened just by normal body heat. So they'd be dancing, they'd be living it up, and then all of a sudden someone's looking like, dude, your dress is falling apart. You have no sequin on your dress anymore.
So that's a good point. And so when we're talking about sequin,
Without the C.
without the C, there's different ways you can deal in sequins. They're all laughing at me. There's different ways you can. Now, what's funny is if you look at this is a good one to show, too.
Yeah, because it's got multiple kinds of
Yeah.
sequin.
So do you guys see that right there? That little tiny sequins. Now, today they're made out of plastic.
Mylar
plastic. Sometimes probably aluminum.
Yep. If they're like, I'm trying to think of how I can explain it. This is like after, obviously, 1930s, but it was closer to when they first started making sequin, and it was like cheaper.
Yep. And sequins was for the higher end back in the day.
Yep.
It became more commonly used probably in the 60s and 70s. You'd see a lot more. Or flapper time.
You have the perfect hoodie for that.
Flapper time. So, because once they discovered the solid gold sequins,
Yep.
and then they discovered Mylar back in the day, they decided that it was going to go on everything, and so flapper dresses were adorned with it, which is pretty cool, right? But could you imagine this all being gelatin and then just melting away and the color getting all over you?
Speaking
Lead
of
paint.
flapper time.
Oh, that's beading, yeah. That's a headpiece.
Beautiful headpiece.
That's gorgeous, and I'll show you what I mean. I'll grab the
I
other
wish
one
my
on
head
the
could fit this, but I have so much hair.
No, you kind of have to. Well, when your hair was straight, when it was straight
would
back,
fit.
it would have fit on there. So this is what she's referring to. So this is 1920s look, but this is beading, and I know we're jumping from sequins to beading.
Because there's just so much.
And so this would be 1920s look, but it's a newer piece with the beading, and they would probably have like a curl. What is it? The curl, the wave, the really flat
Finger
against the
waves?
head. Finger waves. They'd probably have finger waves around the outside part, but this would be flat so that it would hang, and this would be used as their hair.
And that's so cute.
And it would give good movement, and it would be a great addition to whatever they're wearing.
You got the sequins
Yep,
on there, got the beading on there.
And sequins shows different illumination based on how it's attached.
And if it's on frontwards or backwards as well.
Yeah, frontwards or backwards. So you can have an outfit like a flapper dress or a 1960s wiggle dress, right? Yep. That's covered in sequins. If it's attached at the top, it'll give one sort of reflection when you're dancing. So if it is attached in the center, it won't get as much movement.
Right.
And it won't pick up as much color.
Because the prisms are opposite, right?
Right. And there's no movement.
Yep.
So the more loose, and as you can see on that one over there, where it had the drop beaded and then the sequins at the bottom of it.
Yes.
So that when you shake, it would give the light prism.
Yep, because the light would hit it from different ways. Yep. And also the different paint that was on there too.
Yeah, absolutely. So like this is almost, those who know Aurora Borealis, I know, right? Those who know Aurora Borealis, this is such a great example.
I know, right? I found it in the back.
These are Aurora Borealis type sequins, meaning that they are colored to pick up
what you're
any color
next to.
You're standing next to or the disco light that's hitting you. Mm-hmm. As you can see, it shimmers a pink and blue on here because of the blue that it's next to. But if I put my hand under it, I don't know if this is going to work.
Here, I'll hold it for you.
Thank you. If I put my hand under the ones that come out, that changes from a blue to more of a pink color because of my hand.
Yep.
So on what color it is on is going to help reflect the light. So I don't know if you can see them on there. So as you can see, but it gives the movement, and this has long ones. So if this didn't have long ones, it wouldn't give the
it'd be flat.
It would be more flat, where you'd pick up the lights, but you'd look 2D rather than 3D.
2D.
Right?
And even the little glass beads are Aurora Borealis as well, I think.
And Aurora Borealis is just cut so that it picks up light. It's kind of like a diamond cut.
Yeah.
You know, and
like
then it
opal.
adds a pink and an opalescent type color, which then would pick up any light that it hits. They're hot right now. Kids love them.
What?
The 1920s. The 1920s headpieces and the flapper type dresses.
Yes.
They're hot. People love them. Every so many decades, we tend to go through different types of fashion over and over again.
Like scrunchies when those were brought back.
Yep. So in the 1920s, the Egyptian revival happened again in the 1980s with the Egyptian revival. Yep. So in the 80s, everything was decorated in Egyptian. The Egyptian colors, looks, styles,
gold, red,
stuff
primary
was
colors.
In. So sequins, 1920s, the 1920s dresses, the 1920s headpieces, stuff like that. The sequins, the beading. It, even though anytime somebody has a retro type party, they tend to go 20s because it's the most fashionable. And it can make you stand out the most.
Absolutely.
And still look beautiful and feel desirable.
Because, I mean, who wouldn't feel amazing wearing this?
You know, sequins is something like coloring your hair blue.
Yep. Or like, hey, you saying that made me think of, you know, those pillows where you rub the sequins one way and something else. And
then you rub them backwards.
And it's...
Technology has given us huge advancements in sequins from hand sewing on gold throughout the years, right? But when I say that wearing sequins is like wearing blue hair, you have to expect to be looked at.
Looked at, yep.
You know, so you are going to be the center of attention. You're going to be the person who is, everybody's waiting for the party to come when you're wearing a cool sequin dress or a shirt or something that's going to steal the eye away from everybody else around them because of the reflection when you walk in.
That's so cute.
And what's funny about sequins is anything can be, you can attach anything to sequins.
Anything.
Sequins
literally.
To anything. You know, I've seen, they all talk about bedazzling. Well, that's sequins.
I wish they had, like, you know, the bedazzled guns things.
I
wish
know,
they had
to
with
do sequins, right?
That'd be so easy.
Sequins isn't the only thing you can wear. You can't only, sequins isn't only for clothing.
It can be literally on anything.
On anything. For instance.
Oh, yes.
For instance, let's talk about a few of these things, okay? So these are called pin art And these were hugely popular back in the 60s, 50s, and 60s, pre-internet, of course, and 70s. And it would be kits, right? And so you would put the kits together. But what I love about this one is it's Santa Claus flying around in a flying saucer. Right? That's fantastic. That's how I would fly around.
Me too, if I was Santa.
So I want a hocus pocus where they fly around in little sequins covered flying saucers.
That'd be so cute.
So these were hugely popular, and we have a ton. Oh, and she has the kit there.
Yes, and if you want to be like Santa, floating around on a little flying saucer, we got these kits here that you can take home and make your own pin pineapple. Literally has everything you would need to make this bad boy right there.
So, like I was saying when we were talking about sequins, right? There's different, almost anything can be sequins. Like you can have round, you can have square, you can have rectangle, you can have any color, flowers, stuff like that. This right here is a good example.
So cute. It's got a bunch of different sizes and
styles. Of different shapes and styles of sequins on here. And as you can see, this is all handmade. You've got your foam.
Yep.
Your white foam right here. And then you can see the heads of all the pins in the red. So you would sit and you would make these. And these are little pieces of mylar or metal. And you just create the little thing. Isn't the Santa cool? I know. I will respond to that via message afterwards, Sherry. But you want to know something? That's just one of the cool things that we have.
Just one. Just wait till you see the ones he pulls out. I'm honestly obsessed.
So this one is a good one. If I can get it off here. Look at this. So now this is where we take everyday things like pipe cleaners.
Beads, flathead pins, and sequins.
Yeah, this is everything we're talking about for the most part.
Yep.
So you got your silver sequins, right? And then you have, back in the day, when you had to be creative, you were very creative.
Go big or go home.
Go big. I know. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So these are just the beginning. I'm going to show you a couple other ones. And these all range anywhere from as low as... Hold on. As low as $6 for a small one. Look at this.
So cute.
Isn't that cute? And remember, if you spend $25 or more, they are 20% off. But so you've got little tiny ones, and then you've got big ones. So they range from $6, and sometimes they can go up pretty high.
Show them the super cute heart one. I feel like it's versatile for any holiday. You could literally make these for Valentine's Day, or even make one
to like
Christmas.
$45. Which one?
The heart one.
The heart one.
That one has a lot of different stuff going on it.
Here.
Cute.
Show them that one.
So this one's got like some Velvor wrapped around the sides here. It's also got some like tinsel. And it also, like, you see all those pin heads on top as well. And these are actually made with beads and sequins. So you have the best of both worlds going on there. I feel like these are so fun and cute. Could literally make your own.
And we have a bunch of kits, not just the pineapples. We have other kits as well. So I actually have a pink one with turquoise. Oh, I have a hot pink one. Check this out. It's got the angel playing the mandolin on it.
Oh, how cute is that?
Isn't that the cutest thing with the little chains and stuff? And then you have something like this, which is just as simple, and it's got the 3 kings on it.
I love that.
And then we have the other one over there that's got the almost as pretty as you, they said. And oh, it's David.
Oh, he's always so sweet.
That's hilarious. I didn't put it. So there's the 3 kings, and then we have one over there that has Jesus and Mary and Joseph. But look at those. Look at the detail in those. You just don't find that today. These are pieces of art, are they not? They're gorgeous. Oh yeah, look at those. Now those are women of the world. And I think you have, who knows? I don't even know. But look at the arms.
So
the arms
cute.
are pipe cleaners.
With little hands on them. And this is literally just a foam cutout on the bottom. So super duper easy. And you can still see all of the pin heads. As well as this one has beads and sequins on it as well. So cute. We have a bunch of these.
So not all of them are gorgeous, gorgeous. Some of them can be kind of disturbing. Even though I love it, these are clowns.
Yes.
These are multiple face clowns.
These ones are honestly probably the coolest ones.
So somebody made these, and as you can see, apparently it's depending on your mood, because you got frown face, you got a happy face, you got shock. But check those out. Look at the work involved in that. Isn't that crazy?
Oh wow, look at the little, I didn't even notice how they pinned them at an angle to look like
Yeah.
fuzz.
So the beading is phenomenal, right? So these are works of art.
Oh yes.
So not only does sequins and beading go into clothing that we wear, they can go into
Just make a
ornaments
pin
that we
ornament.
have. They can go into everyday stuff, right?
Do you guys remember making sensory bottles as a little kid? You'd add beads and sequins in them with the oil and the water and shake
Yeah.
them.
Like, look at this.
Oh wow, that one's beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful? It reminds me of Cinderella.
Oh yes, like the big pumpkin.
So this reminds me of Cinderella. Yes. Like
The carriage.
there's going to be a fairy godmother come down and go poof,
Poof,
into
yeah.
your carriage, right?
I love
So
that.
maybe I should put my hat back on it. No. So all sorts of stuff. So I mean, they're just stunning. And something like this is a great conversation piece. And you don't have to put it in your tree. You can hang these literally in your windowsill.
Mm-hmm. And it would catch the light
Oh
beautifully.
yeah, especially if they are full of sequins.
Oh yes.
This one does not have very many sequins on it, but one that has a ton, I mean, my goodness.
And they're smart. They even made this with a normal, what they use for the,
Well, that's probably a ball, and then they wrap it in the ribbon.
what is that pink? Is that pink ribbon underneath there?
Yeah, it's probably pink ribbon. Because I think it's still on the bone.
Okay,
to put 'em
underneath
in.
that.
Yeah. But so there's, and Sherry, you said pink and teal, right?
Yep, pink and teal.
This is red and teal, if you want to show.
Ooh, this one's beautiful. Sorry that caught your
No,
finger.
it didn't.
Like this one.
That one's red and teal.
It actually has two sides. So this is the one side. I don't know if it's catching the light correctly there. And then we got the blang blang side.
This one's a cute one too. Now this one is
wow.
using pieces of plastic. You see them?
See, oh, those
the
are like
sequin.
hard
Yeah.
sequin.
So this one is beautiful. This one has a little, I love it when they have a little scenery inside. Look at that. With the deer and the tree in the red Easter egg type look. We have these for Easter too, by the way.
How did you stick this in there?
Oh, I will.
Okay, thank you.
So what else did you learn about beading?
Beading can be made. They used animal seed, they used bone, wood, they used pieces of glass. There's also different types of mylar plastic, acrylic. There's even new ones now that like change color in the sunlight, and they're like mood changing ones, which is honestly so cool that we're bringing back mood changing stuff when it comes to bead and sequins. Well, I can't remember her name, but Steve was talking to us about it.
Oh, about the lady who, she was, about the airline steward?
Yes.
So there was an airline stewardess, I can't remember her name. Steve, if you remember her name or that show, please share
enlighten
it.
us.
There was a show on History Channel, I think it was.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I think it was part of the, I can't remember the name. It flew out of my head. So, it's a show. Steve will put it up, or I will later. Watch it because it is a lady who was a stewardess for an international airline. She flew around all over the world, and what she would do is she would just go into local towns and she would buy beads. And the beads she would buy, she wouldn't think twice about what they were. If she liked them, she bought them.
Absolutely.
Over the decades of her being a flight attendant, Strange Inheritance, thank you. It was on Strange Inheritance. And she flew around. She would just go. She'd shop. She'd pick up beads. She'd only buy what she liked. She didn't hunt for certain beads. She just bought what she liked. And when she retired and passed away, somebody inherited it. Fox Business Channel it was on. And somebody inherited it. One of her family members inherited it. And as they were going through the beads, and they were wood beads. They were wood beads. They were seeds. They were stuff like that. Some of those, I mean, they were where a single bead was like $1,000.
Yeah.
It was like crazy. Because it was so rare, they may not even exist anymore.
Oh yeah, no, for sure not.
And some of what she had was actually used as currency back then.
Because they were so expensive.
Archaeological digs around the world. That's what she would visit. She would go and visit archaeological digs around the world. And as she would go and visit, she would talk them into selling her stuff, or she would buy whatever they had wares out there, and it turned out to be extremely profitable for her.
And speaking of the fact that some beads could be super expensive, this is touching a little bit on sequins. Sequins actually comes from an Arabic word named sika, and that's actually a synonym for coins. So they actually were using beads and sequins as a form of currency even back then. And I actually was going through our cool little basket. I found some glass, turquoise, and some hollow brass beads, which if you hear how beautiful that sounds together, we even have like these funky all glass tubes that you can use. And then we even have like mother of pearl seashells. Yes, we have to show them this.
So you said coins, and this is what they would have done, right?
You hear that? Even got a gold one.
So these are coins on here, and most people wouldn't think these were sequins, but they are.
Yep.
These are considered sequins. These are belly dancing scarves that they would wrap around their waist.
And I think what considers a sequin to be a sequin is a flat, small piece that has a hole in it.
And that's attached to something.
That's attached to something, yep.
So it doesn't have to be actually, it could be anything. But it makes noise.
I like how they make different sounds. This is like higher pitched. This one's a lot lower pitched.
So these belly dancers would wear these around their waist so that when they moved their hips, it would make the sound.
And it would catch light beautifully, too. We love that. Is that one? There's that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We have some other gnarly beads in here, too. Like, these ones are also probably some of my favorites. These are these little itsy-bitsy little glass beads, which are honestly so crazy small.
So I love beads that are...
Oh, I actually found a bag of sequins. Look at
did
that.
you?
And this... Oh, see, I knew I wasn't crazy. So this, like, little bag of sequin has, like, seashells in it. It has leaves, flowers, flat pieces, round pieces. This is the coolest bag of sequin ever. Look at that. All those different
So
ones.
don't bedazzle. Sequin.
Yeah, I would rather sequin, to be honest.
Yes. So some of my favorite beads, and like we were talking about, a bead is anything that has a hole in it, right? So these turquoise elephants.
So cute.
These turquoise elephants here, they're so tiny. I don't know if you can even see that.
It looks literally so small compared to your hand.
So turquoise, these are turquoise beads. And they carve them, these are actual turquoise. They carve them into little elephants, and then they stick the hole through them, through the behind.
Yep.
Like it's pooping. And then you have a beautiful necklace.
Turquoise elephant necklace.
There's so many beads in here.
So many.
You know, those of you who do like beads know that you go to a bead store, they're expensive.
I pulled those out because there's a mixture of beads in there that are really nice together.
I mean, even something plastic, a little plastic ball with a hole in it is beads.
Beads.
So you can have anything from something that's extremely expensive, like with the Swarovski crystal beads, to something that is plastic that costs next to nothing. And still be fashionable and fabulous.
I always say, man, the cheaper and the more comfortable you are, the more your outfit's going to look better.
How many of you have gotten an outfit, people have gone, oh my God, I love your outfit, but you bought it at Target.
Or the thrift store.
And
you're like, I wish I could tell you, but it's from the thrift store.
And I don't know how many times I've seen somebody go, oh, and I go, oh, I like that. And I'm like, I like it on the fence. Oh, it's Prada. Oh, I spent $10,000 on it. Oh, well, then it's stupid.
Honestly. It'll be something so small.
Trust me, we're all caregivers. Nothing we have will be going to the next place with us.
Honestly.
So, anyways, there are tons of things.
So many.
So we will have another show on sequins and beads, a little bit more detailed, in depth on the. Oh, thank you.
Yep.
On the maybe South American African beads.
Okay.
We can do some research in those.
Sure.
Maybe we can talk about their cultural history.
That sounds great.
Something to that effect, because some beads will have a bigger cultural history than humans.
Yep, and more relevance as well.
Yeah, than humans.
Well, beads are going to be long way after humans are going to be.
Yes. Well, not only beads. I mean, yeah. You're right.
And sequin ain't going nowhere either.
No. Especially, well, unless it's made out of
gelatin and lead plastic.
I gotta tell you though, when I read that about Tutankhamun and how when they opened it up, and they were pretty much shocked because that just blew their entire thought.
So was the sequin on the top layer of the sarcophagus?
No, it was they opened the sarcophagus and his actual armor that he had.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes total sense.
Little round solid gold
sequin.
Which is funny because solid gold is very soft.
Yes, and it's like you couldn't really go to battle with anything like that or even protect yourself.
I don't know how solid gold, they say solid gold, I just don't know if it would stay on.
Right, because it would be kind of droopy, wouldn't it?
You would think over time, but you know, we're talking about the Egyptian hierarchy. They probably had somebody follow him around just replacing him.
All the time.
All the time.
One goes bounce around, he's like, I gotcha. Sews it right back out.
I know. So, we're not going to bedazzle anymore.
We're going to sequin.
We're going to sequin.
Be sequin.
I like that.
Be sequin.
Be sequin. You're funny. I love it. So, and you know, beading outfits like these are sequin beads.
Oh, yes.
Because when you look at it,
those are like those crazy glass tube beads that we were talking about.
Look at this thing. Don't you love that? I mean, it is so royal.
I love the royal blue, exactly.
And you know what? This would be a good Christmas outfit. You throw some white on it with the gold, and it would be very wintry.
Giving Princess Diana
or
for sure.
Very good for Hanukkah.
Oh, yes. That's actually the colors, too.
Yep. But you've got, when I say bead sequins, it's the rose. The rose, they're beaded, but they catch the light because they're done with the sequin style. And then down here, of course, you have the gold sequins and beading, almost kind of like the ornaments.
See, when you did that, it
shimmered.
Yeah,
it shimmered.
And it made a specific noise like the belly dancer raps too.
I like what's inside your gauges. Those are pretty.
Thank you.
So I'm going to show this to you closer. As you can see, the gorgeous work, and well, hopefully by then I can come across some actual flapper dresses. We've had some, but we sold them. Like actual ones from the 20s.
Like the ones that literally look just like the head wrap where it has like the loose strands of beads at the bottom?
Like that dress. But an original one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
So, those of you who didn't see me with the hat on, you'll have to rewind it a little because I ain't putting that thing on again.
Please do it. If you missed it, I just need you guys to see it. It fit him so well.
One of the other things that's beading is we didn't talk about Native American and their beading. Native American and beading and how they actually did the different colors of beads.
And made pictures with the beads too.
Yeah, and if you look, I mean, this is Native American beading.
Beautiful.
Right? And it is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. The bead work on there. Isn't that beautiful? So, like I said, there's so much information on beading and sequins.
We could literally go on forever.
We could. So we're going to have to do another show. A show on beads that South American and African. And then beads Native American. And probably Inuit.
Sure. Oh, yeah, dude, that'd be so cool. I really didn't even think that...
like... North America.
Oh yeah, well, because you have to think too. Sequin would protect you from strong winds too.
It would.
If they put that on the outside of their jacket.
It would be kind of like wearing a windbreaker.
Yep.
If they put enough of it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, with the Native Americans, their beads, kind of like with a lot of the beads from South America and Africa that are used as currency or that are worth a fortune. Native American beadwork can also be worth a fortune.
Oh, absolutely.
It's art.
It takes time.
It's art and culture. It's culture and art. Beading tells a story.
Sure does.
And sometimes when you're dealing with beading that is centuries old, whether it's Native American, regardless of where it comes from, it could be Middle Eastern, it could be African, it could be anything, it tells a story.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want to tell you guys about. It's the stories that these do.
And we love that.
Yes. So please, this was a viewer and a customer who wanted to know more about beading and sequins. And it actually gave us something to study, which we learned more about. And yeah, because it's fascinating.
And I hope you're watching viewer request. I hope you enjoyed the little sneak peek snippet of what we talked about today, because we have so much literally that we can talk about.
Yeah, we could go on and on.
Forever.
And Christmas is getting put up.
Yep, it's slowly but surely coming in. So make sure you guys come and check out what we have, because Jason was telling me certain things, they're just hot commodity right now.
Oh, they are. So I have 1, 2, 3, For 5 trees up right now, we're going to 18 this year.
Yay.
18 trees will be up, all with different themes, so you'll have to come in. Right now we have the religious tree getting put together. We have the woodland tree over there.
Yep.
Then we have, I just put up the mid-century tree that's going over there. The peacock, the small peacock tree.
It's going to be so
which
cute.
is blue and green with all the mid-century dishes around it. It's going to be stunning.
Yep.
Did I put up another one? Oh, that one. And then we have the ugly Christmas sweater tree. So, you'll have to come in and see as we put them up.
And don't forget that sale.
Yes,
you can always get everything you've always dreamed of within that sale.
So, what I'm going to do before we end is I'm going to bring you over and just give you a brief look at some of the Christmas we have out.
Yeah, let's do it.
And I know we're running a little behind, so hopefully you can stay with me.
See, I'm sure they would love it.
Mid-century, yes. So, hi, as I walk. Hello. Hopefully I won't knock into anything. Are you following?
Yep.
Oh,
Here
perfect.
I come.
Okay, so I'm bringing you this way, and I'm going to have this behind me up here, and show you some of our Christmas stuff here, just real quick. Like, I don't know how much of it you can actually see over here.
Look at this little Max. Isn't he
Isn't
so
he
cute?
So those are 1990s. Those are 1990s. But so as you can see, it's starting to really come together.
Yes.
And we turned off the lights. Check these out.
And it's a candle, isn't it?
Yes, but I love the exaggerated hat.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we will let you go. I just wanted to give you a brief glimpse. Yes, you do, Sherry. And it would be great to see you. I haven't seen you in forever. I used to work with Sherry at Things Remembered.
Hi, Sherry.
So, thank you guys all for joining us. I know it's a little bit after 7, so we will let you guys go here. And this will be on YouTube. And ideas, shoot them to us.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, send us a personal DM. Let us know what we should have on the next show.
Please do. And you know what? What is the business you have?
Oh, you're so precious. I actually own 586 Organics, and 586 Organics offers all GMO and organic body care products for men, women, and babies. And it's suitable if you have psoriasis, diabetic skin, all-around dry skin, and eczema.
Trust me, it works. I use it, and it's beautiful.
You're so precious. Well, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys can check it out.
How can they find you?
Oh, sure. You can find me on Facebook at 586 Organics, Instagram 586 Organics, or even just the website, www.586organics.com. Just enter in your email there for rarely ever sent emails. I don't spam, I promise. And you'll get 10% off your first order.
So check her out, because I use her stuff, and I would not recommend her if I didn't like it.
Thank you so much.
So anyways, you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you soon.
Yep, and so will I.
Thank you for joining us. Bye, you guys.
Bye.